Southeast, why una no want make we defeat una? We will keep on trying until we defeat una. This is our country.
Okay, just recently we saw what happened in Abia State, where over 100 Fulani bandits were captured in Abia State, and it shows that Alex Oti is one of the governors seriously working towards to crush and to flush out bandits from Southeast.
If you look at one of the things where the reason why Martin Nnamdi Kanu saw this thing coming and said that ESN is not a military, it's not meant for Nigerian military, it's not going to attack Nigerian military, it's not going. That ESN was created to fight the infiltration of the Fulani Militia, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and all that, who are planning on destroying the Biafran land. And that is the reason why it is called Eastern Security Network, to stop Fulani infiltration in the Biafran land. As simple as that. Self-defense. But Nigerian political class continue to twist that narrative to something else. And you can see that all this while you have not seen or heard that ESN leadership attacked a military checkpoint, attacked a police station. Where we normally see this thing on daily basis is in the northern part and the middle belt and some other places where we see that Boko Haram, ISWAP, and all of that are the ones in charge and all that. Look at what is happening. We must give credit to Alex Oti, who have rejected, because if Alex Oti have entered APC, possibly, he would have been experiencing what other governors who discount to APC are experiencing now: continuous Fulani infiltration in all the forests of those states currently now, especially in the southern part of the country. But you can see, when the news broke out, that unfortunately the ESA has manned surveillance on all the boundaries before we hear what happened in Akwa Ibom. And it paid off, where a lot of them were actually apprehended, arrested right inside a deep forest. And they are facing interrogation, and they are exposing a lot of things. The Nigerian police did not do that. The Nigerian army did not do that. It was reported that that accomplishment came from ESN. Disarmed them in Abia Forest. Arrest them. Some of them were being, tracked on their way trying to get water from, Imo River in Azumiri. Let me just put it that way. They were tracked. And nobody escaped. It's a difficult terrain for you to think you can, if you take Martin Nnamdi Kanu state, Abia State, God's own state, it cannot happen. And it tells you that it is something that they need to get it very clearly, because they are actually pushing Nigeria to a serious, collapse of, chaos and war. And we are seeing the same development also in Ogun State.
Okay, but
what are we talking about here?
Okay, but in Ogun State, in Sabo Abeokuta, we saw, over 10 bandits that were arrested in Sabo Abeokuta, and these people were taken to the police for what? For further investigation. But what can, as a Nigerian, what can each state?
Can a Fulani man arrest a southern farmer or a southerner in the north and say he's taking them to the police station? What are you taking them to the police station for? Because you are a southerner. Can that kind of a thing happen in the north? How many people have they killed and kidnapped that they took to police station, the Fulani Janjaweed? Nigerian government is silent over these atrocities. Nigerian government is compromising the security of Nigeria for political conquest. I'm not surprised the Ogun State people are not experiencing it. Bros, let me tell you, the Amateku cannot handle these people. They are too sophisticated. They are highly sophisticated, especially states that have large, big forests. If you look at those states, they are very easy. And you know how they operate. They come with trailers. You think they are normal human. They are not normal human beings when they come with their trailers. How effective is the banning of grazing in Nigeria? Even after they have banned that, are they talking of grazing this time around? They are pretending under different cover up. And they have continued to infiltrate the southern part of the country because they said it before. Southerners as it. Why is it that they are just pretending that as if they don't have pre-knowledge of many years of signals and warning by these people that they must conquer the southern part of the country, especially. So they should not be surprised, and they are doing it. The political machineries they are using cannot be said not to be known by the government. The Yorubas should wake up to reality
But you like to
and
president.
stop seeing the Igbo people as your enemy. We don't raise hand against you. Why would you continue to project hatred simply because you share the national power, political power with the Fulanis? That what don't makes you see Igbo man. What you are enjoying with the Northerners currently now is just for the time being. And just like what I said before, nobody knew that the United States of America are recorded and documented since 2009 on the development of the jihadist conquest plan in Nigeria. And when they brought it out, they says there's Christian genocide. The government started lobbying. Well, America might be taking their time, but I think it has gotten the legislative required numbers, votes to invade Nigeria. Whether they carried it out or not, logistics in this kind of thing is also very important. It takes time.
Okay, but do you not think that the president, him being a Yoruba man, should what? Do you not think at time, even though if it's secretly, do you not think at time he fully invest in security in the southern part of Nigeria?
Security. This is a matter of government taking a decisive decision to return Nigeria to Aburi. Return Nigeria to Aburi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, can you return Nigeria to Aburi? Can you return Nigeria to regionalism? Can you disarm this federal structure that allows and sees the North as the godfathers of other regions? And unless you come to them, you can never access political power. There should be a lot of resistance in that regard. And I'm telling you very clearly that at this point in time, it becomes a mystery on how Nigeria think that they are going to wrinkle out from what they deliberately entered because they don't want an Igbo man rise. They don't want Igbos to rise. But the God of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the God of Israel, in one way or the other, just like the way we saw it very clearly that Israel was rescued divinely. You can never tell. But let the will of God be done on a people who have suffered so much oppression and suppression. Lies, gang up, compromise, media-related attacks on Igbo people that led to the 6 million lives lost during the 1967 war. It has continued. And this generation is saying enough.
Okay, but lastly we saw in Rivers State where a local government in Rivers State, Eche to be precise, the youth and the farmers had to clash with the Fulani's herdsmen in Eche in Eche in River State. We know that for a fact that Asawana boys are winning, and
You cannot say this is not winning. But
winning now.
Sustainability is what we're talking about. You know, the DSS has confirmed infiltration of Fulani herdsmen, jihadists, militia in the entire River State. And you know that if they suppress that, then of course the resources of that state will be tailored towards a certain interest in the north, and they will use it to launch. Once they take over that place, is there the possibility of continue to conquer other states that are already there. The army is not talking. The police is not talking. Nobody is talking. Those who stand up to fight them are being arrested and killed by the authorities themselves. Then how do you continue on this process? If the South and the Southeast does not come together and forget about this political division called South and Southeast, then you must be ready to surrender to the Northern and Fulani Caliphate of the Sokoto. As simple as that. The Yoruba does not care because they are already divided religious-wise. You have some of them that are Muslims, you have some of them that are Christians, and they are telling you in few years from now there will be no Christian population in Yoruba land. That's why they are celebrating what is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu online, creating all manner of AI and all that. But is the Igbo man truly your enemy? That's the question you ask yourself. And that's my take on that.